Good morning and welcome to the Trial Guide's Tip of the Day this Friday, July 28th, 2023. Happy Friday. Today's tip comes from Fearless Cross-Examiner, Win the Witness, Win the Case by Patrick Malone. Patrick, thanks for being here with us today. Could you read the tip, please?
I will. Thank you, Michael. Every expert, and I put experts in quotes, every expert who climbs up on the witness stand is in fact an expert in some one thing, maybe in many things, but maybe not in what you think the case should be about. The expert may have a highly buffed curriculum vitae, but whether all his or her expensive expertise fits your case will never become clear to the jury unless you bring it out in cross-examination.
Wow, I think there's a lot here. One is the fancy CV, which might impress some people, but we know turns off some people. It might get less credibility because of it. And then also, you're talking about, and I'd love for you to explain this a little more or give an specific example of they're an expert in something, but not what you need. So help us understand this, please.
Well, this is about the kind of qualifications piece of the expert's testimony. And a lot of people gloss over it. On cross-examination, it's very important because of the way cross-examination is structured. There's the voir dire stage of cross where before if it's an expert, before they get to put out any opinions about this case to the jury, you, as the cross-examiner, get to test that through some very pointed questions. So if you can take them down 2 or 3 notches, it's just a super powerful thing. One quick example. Let's say you're cross-examining a quote-unquote life care planner. It's a case with a bad injury, and you've had your life care planner testify. Now the defense has someone coming in, and let's say that this was a true story in my book. There was a cross-examination of a nurse life care planner who had all the credentials of all the little initials after her name that said that she was certified in life care planning. But had she ever walked the walk? She could talk the talk, but had she walked the walk? And it turned out that in her day job, she ran a Botox clinic and a clinic that did other kinds of cosmetic work for people. Did she ever actually work with paralyzed people like the guy who was the plaintiff in this case? No, never. She would come up with these care plans, but strictly for lawsuit purposes. So that's somebody who, yeah, they were credentialed, but they didn't really fit the case because they had never really walked the walk. And that's something I think it's very important to pay attention to.
I think that's a great example. And, in my question, I was thinking more of direct exam. But as I'm thinking about it, as you're talking about cross-examining, which your book's about, it actually helps us on direct, right? If we think through what the cross of our expert's going to be, so we might be able to attack the other witness for that. We also want to make sure that our expert doesn't fall into that category where they're not walking
Yeah,
the walk.
exactly right. Yeah, you don't want to be the pot calling the kettle black. If But it brings out the importance of practical experience, practical relevance to what's important in the case.
Great. Well, thank you for being here with us today, Patrick. Appreciate it.
My pleasure, Michael.
Let's take a deep breath together and be grateful to be alive this Friday. May the work that we do today help to reduce suffering in the world. May it help repair the world. May we fiercely and compassionately advocate for our clients. may we do so from a place of compassion and wisdom. I'm going to ring a bell 3 times now. This can take you into a meditation practice, a prayer practice, or just let the sound wash over you and remind you it's Friday. Wake up, go out, do good things, and have fun while you're doing it.